Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a lovely evening. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. All right, more. The universe says we are going to release. Let us release the energies. You know, we all know it's a difficult time right now. When isn't it? Really, when isn't it? So, when you look at things in those terms, you're like, okay, you know what? This too shall pass, So, while that's passing, we are going to do some tarot, okay? So, I drew the initial 5 cards for you guys. So, let's see what we got going on here. So, in your basis position, you have the 4 of Pentacles along with the 3 of Cups. Spirit says right now you are working on building a better life for yourself. You're working on... I don't want to say working on your happiness. That sounds so, what? But yeah, at the same time, it's like, look, you see the young lady here and she's, looking at her money like, what can I do with what I got? So you may be tapping, I can say that as well. Some of you may very well be tapping into your nest egg if you've got one. And I want to say you guys are now investing in yourself, okay? You're investing in your future, and in that terms, you are investing in your future happiness. So that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Normally, I get one card, but those two came out at the same time, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go. I'm going to listen to Spirit and the universe and say, okay, what are you guys trying to say here? And so it's like, yeah, you guys right now are investing in you. You're investing in your future. You're investing in your happiness here with that 3 of Cups. It's like, how can I get to that 3 of Cups? Okay. And you're saying, well, maybe you need to take a chance, gamble, gamble on you. This is that time. I saw that in the energy yesterday, and it looks like it is still continuing in this energy here. The situation card, or the situation position, you had the 10 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Let me scoot that up. Yes, the 10 of Cups. Very beautiful. Okay, this is why I said, what's the situation at hand right now? This is what you're working towards. I want my 10 of Cups. I want my happiness. And you are maybe someone who says, you know what? I don't need... I don't want to say you don't... Everybody needs... I don't want to say necessarily everybody needs someone, but you know what I mean. I'm not saying that you're doing this solely, with the intent of I could do it by myself. I don't need anybody. It's not that. It's like right now, you know that you are responsible for your happiness, and it's like, okay, well, how can I make my happiness happen? And I see you kind of like dipping into your savings and saying, okay, I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to invest in the future. This is my goal here. Okay, this is the situation. This is what I want. This is what I want to have happen in my life. I want my 10 of Cups. Right? And so I see you being willing to invest in yourself at this time, invest in your future happiness. If you are with someone, I see singular here. So a lot of you guys may be saying, you know what, it's not that you need anybody else, because maybe that is the lesson that you're learning at this time from Spirit and from the universe, that you are deciding, you're learning that you are the master of your domain. You are the master of your fate, your destiny. You know what I mean? And you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take control of things, and I'm going to do it because this is what I want. Okay. Now, in your what's going for you in that position, what's going for you. Interesting. Actually, it's really not bad. Look at this. You have the devil card. And for anybody who's thinking, how can that be, what's going for me? You are giving up things that no longer serve your highest good. If there was anything that tempted you in the past, you're like, nope, I don't need it, I don't want it. Whether it was, and it could be anybody. It could be a man. You might have given up, someone, who didn't serve your highest purpose, your highest good. It could be, like I said, temptation, things that kind of hurt you more than help you. Drugs, alcohol, partying, you know what I mean? Running around in the wrong circles, that type of thing. This is you making a conscious decision to give up anything that no longer serves your highest good. And everybody's different, so for each and every one of you, you know more, because it is a general reading. You know what I mean? Take it as it resonates in your life. What are you giving up? And saying, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I want something different. I want something better. And so that's what's going for you. That's great. I think that's wonderful. Okay, the challenge card. You had the Fool. Look at that. And the only challenge with the Fool that I can see is that it is a bit of a challenge for you to stay focused on something, maybe to, the Fool is all about new beginnings, right? So it's possible that the challenge for you is to stay the course. She's coming out of the vortex, and you see the passion and the purpose in her eyes, and the purity of her intentions. She's in that Moses effect. She's got her wand, or what did he call it? What did he call that? Your scepter. I think he said this is your scepter. So yeah, you have your scepter in hand, and you're leading with passion and purpose. And maybe, if anything, the challenge is to stay focused on that. To stay true to what you're doing. So it's like, what's going for you is like you gave it up. Whatever it was you gave up, it up. And then the challenge is to continue on that path. Maybe somebody tries to come back around, that if you got rid of a friend, a lover, family, whatever. Whatever situation is whatever you gave up, if you gave up drugs and alcohol or anything, partying, somebody calls you and says, hey, let's go kick it this weekend, and you're like, I'm trying to start something new. I want to, I want to live my life differently. I want to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say that. I was going to say maybe you've had an awakening. I did, but that doesn't mean everybody else has had their awakening. I'm going to generalize it and say whatever it was you gave up, you woke up, okay, and you're like, okay, you know what? I see what's happening. I see the situation. I see my problem, and this is how I'm going to, cure it. And I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to invest in my future, and I'm giving up all that no longer serves me. I'm good on it. Whatever it is, you're done. And so here's the challenge: is you might be getting called back. Someone calls you up and says you want to go get high. And you're trying to quit smoking. Somebody says you want to go and drink. Let's go out for a few drinks at a bar. Come on, what's one drink? Quit acting like a nun. You know what I mean? That type of thing. And acting brand new, as I used to say. You acting all brand new. But so, the temptation and the challenge is for you to stay focused and stay centered on your purpose, your goal, your vision. Okay, whatever that is for you. And your outcome card, you had the Tower. I want to see the significance of the Tower, but I said, you know what? Do it live. I want to do it live. I don't normally, because because there are so many ways to interpret tarot. I could. It's a lot of different ways to interpret tarot, so I didn't want to draw and I just said, you know what, let's just go live. And it's just a pain in the ass to have to sit and think and go, okay, how does this resonate with this? And how is this connecting with the read for me? That's just me, whatever. All right, so I'm going to ask now, what is the significance of the Tower? Something shocking, something surprising, change, Okay, the Seven of Pentacles fell out as your first card, the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe something you've been waiting on shows up, because I see this young lady here she's looking at the money that's on her, the crop. And she's just about ready, but it's like, okay, hold on just a second. You've been patiently waiting for your good fortunes, or your whatever you invested in to pay off for you. And, you're going to be shocked. Hey, it finally, your patience paid off, But let me see. Give me 2 more cards. What's the significance of the Tower? Can I have 2 more cards, please? What is the significance of the Tower? May I have 2 more cards, please? Well, well, hold on, Muncie. Like I said, it could be that. You have the Knight of Cups here along with the Nine of Pentacles. There's a turn of events I didn't see. And now, like I said, tarot has many different meanings. So the initial one that I look at as I immediately looked at it was like, you see the Knight of Cups, and he's looking at the young lady here in the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This could be, for some of you, you're going to be shocked that someone, enters your life, enters your world, okay? While you're over here trying to build on your happiness and things like that, the universe may say, you know what, let's send someone in to help you. Because like I said, it's not that you're sitting up here saying, I can do it by myself and I don't need, and blah, 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 you're not that I am woman, hear me roar. It's not that situation. It's like, you're definitely okay with doing things yourself. But, if the universe says you don't have to, nobody can do everything by themselves. Sometimes the universe sends a little assistance your way. So if it is not that, then like I said, your patience is about to be rewarded here. And the Knight of Cups. See what I tell you? This is why. Let me see it for a second here. It could be that as well. It absolutely could be that as well. And the Tower, what you're about to be surprised at is your hard work is about to pay off, and as a result, it puts you are definitely going to be in a better position, okay? Because it's like, here you go, look at how you're dressed, okay? You're not dressed in the finest, okay? The fruits of your labor have not come in yet, but you're about to be surprised because it's about to pay off. If you have, a social media channel or something, maybe it takes off. If it is not that, something you put your hard work in a brick and mortar situation is going to pay off. It's going to be more successful than you knew, than you anticipated. And that's a beautiful thing, It's like, wow, that's amazing. And as a result, you now become someone who can, you're that knight. The knight is now, you're not dressed in, you're not looking necessarily, well, she doesn't look poor, but you get what I'm saying. She ain't, things change for you, okay? Your situation definitely improves. And I feel like this, like I said, you're working on your happiness, okay? And so here we go. The Knight of Cups is someone who is open. Their heart is open. You're now become someone who is you find your happiness, your joyous. You can now, if you've been, like I said, you put the work in, you're steadfast. I see you've given up things with the devil, you're giving up anything and everything, and you stayed the course. The universe is telling you with the Fool card, stay the course. You're almost there. You're almost there. If you decide to invest in yourself, and the universe, if you are just starting, know that you're going to be surprised at how whatever you're investing in turns out. You're going to be very surprised. I was looking at, I saw a video from the real Slim Sherry, and it was so beautiful. She was being very open with her feelings and everything, and she had just won an award, a cheer award. I guess it's a social media award, and she was just talking about how she just didn't expect it. She never anticipated when she started her channel. That was never the goal. She was just looking for an outlet to, express her thoughts, her feelings, her emotions, and it blew up. She just never thought it would happen. She ended up finding her tribe in doing that, and so that's what I'm saying. You will now be in that position to certainly, he's on a horse. Maybe you can afford better transportation. You know what I'm saying? You can open your heart. You're different now. You don't have to, stay closed off. The world is suddenly open to you. The 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, success. No longer are you in this wardrobe. You go from that in the 7 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles. So there's that what's the word I'm looking for? Ascension in numbers. Look at this. From struggling to, oh my God, you hit the jackpot. Oh my God, you did it. Oh my God, keep going. You have no idea what's ahead. From the 7 of Pentacles, I'm almost there. Let me just invest. Let me keep going, to the 9 of Pentacles. You did it. The Knight of Cups. You can open your heart up again. Okay. Now, if that's the situation, then yes, it is that. For others of you, it may very well be that you're just going to be surprised, that you may receive some kind of assistance, and if this person is looking at you, looking good over there. looking good. So it's possible for some of you that someone comes in and you just are, you're just not expecting that, and you're gonna be like shocked, like, oh my gosh, and this person, the Knight of Cups, someone who someone who, if they come, I don't know. I don't want to read too much more into it. Like I said, it could be assistance. Is it someone who is open-hearted? Possibly. It could be, or it could be, they could just be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual. It's general reading. It could go a lot of ways for you guys. Okay. Oh my God, shut up. Look at what's on the bottom. The 10 of Pentacles. Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. And it is because you didn't give in to temptation. You stayed true to who you are. The universe is saying that. Stay true, stay focused, stay centered. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm willing to give up this. I'm willing, it's like, you're now taking control of your urges, your desires. There's a level of maturity here, that there is that as well. Being willing to invest in yourself, being willing to invest in your happiness. This is the goal, and all of these pentacles are everywhere. Oh my God, the 7 of Pentacles, things just about to take off for you. The 9 of Pentacles, it actually does. The 10 of Pentacles, it's like, are you kidding? So the most I could tell you guys is that in this reading here, if you are investing in you, it is going to pay off. Okay? Whether you are doing it by yourself, whether you receive assistance, the bottom line is, with the Tower card, is you're going to be surprised. You're going to be very surprised. what happens when you invest in you. And I said it yesterday in a reading, and I think I ended up uploading it tonight. I forgot that I thought I had uploaded it, and then I said, oh my God, and I uploaded it. So you might want to go back and check it out. But yeah, invest in yourself. Okay, it's definitely going to pay off. It is going to pay off, no doubt, no question. All right, that is the reading. Do I want to do any clarify anything else here? I mean, it's pretty cut and dried. I just wanted to know what's going on with that tower, and then to have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. You know, look what's behind it. You got the Six of Swords here, moving away. Okay, investing in yourself, moving on, you know, to calmer waters. I just see everything good here. Okay, the minute you decide to choose you, make you the priority, and you won't be disappointed. Okay. All right, that is the message. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because nothing would make me happier and let you guys know. Oh my God, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, you know. And this is the first time where I can actually say in a minute that the Devil card was actually a good thing, you know, being willing to give up things that no longer serve you in favor of something better. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I will see you guys next time on excuse me, on the next video. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you next time. Am I going to do a love reading? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time on the next video. You guys take care. Bye-bye.